Yay, we're live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Facebook Live with Dorwest, the leading experts in herbal pet care. We hope you're all really well and sheltering from the awful weather outside, ready to spend some time with us this evening or tomorrow if you're watching on replay. We're here to talk all about herbal pet care. Anything goes, isn't it tonight, Jo?
That's it, yeah.
Yes. And so, yeah, exactly. Whatever you fancy, pop your comments below. So I'm Sarah Baxter, and I'm speaking with Jo Boughton-White, who's the Managing Director of Dorwest. Jo's going to be answering your questions. We'll be live as we normally do for around half an hour or so. So any questions, do click share, give us a thumbs up so you can let us know that you can hear us. And yeah, we are ready to sort of dive into your questions. We've got a few already, haven't we, Jo, as normal?
Yeah.
And the other thing to say as well, if you do get a question that's answered during the live tonight, you will receive the new Keeper's Mix Sensitive, which was released last week, wasn't it, Jo?
Yeah, that's exactly launched last Monday. So yeah, all the questions we feature, some of the pre-select ones, you will get one of those as well. So I can see a few people joining us as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, do give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and do click share so we can help as many pet parents as possible and get more people knowledgeable about benefits of herbal pet care. So Jo, we've got a few in advance. So should we sort of dive into some of those?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, I can see that. I think the first question, I think I've just seen a person come on actually. So
brilliant. So yeah, we have at Superfly Border Collies. This is a question via Dorwest Instagram page. So talking about saying, after giving birth, my bitch has lost all of her glossy coat. It's so thin in places you can see her skin. She's finding herself, eating well, etc. So Jo, what would you recommend to help bitches after they've given birth? How can we help their coat looking a little bit better?
I know, oh, bless them. They do sometimes look a bit ravaged, don't they? I mean, obviously it's entirely natural because they really, as we know, mothers give everything to their pups, and literally. I'm sure she'd been eating a lot. She'd been feeding her wonderful food and everything. But yeah, getting them back into condition, because obviously the whole pregnancy and birth and then it's a long period actually when you add up that they've been obviously supporting all those pups. So I would definitely, with a Border Collie, I definitely recommend giving the Keeper's Mix, which I obviously recommend a lot, is our all-round herbal supplement, because it really will give her a bit of everything. It's got that 20% kelp seaweed, which is lovely and
lovely.
All those like natural minerals and nutrients, and then each herb for different parts of the body. So it will give her a bit of everything. So I would say that is my go-to, and I'm sure you'll see her coat naturally recover anyway, as she obviously now the pups have grown up and they've stopped weaning. But yeah, that would really help her coat come back. It really grows a good quality coat. So definitely recommend that. But because I've answered your question anyway, you will get the Keeper's Mix Sensitive to try. It would be absolutely great for her. So that's a perfect way. So and probably I think it's about 2 scoops a day for a Border Collie as well.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, great that you can try that firsthand. So yeah, make sure you contact Dorwest, info@dorwest.com to claim your product, which is great. We get lots of people joining here, so that's great. Hi everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Jo, we'll just do one more sort of in advance, shall we?
Okay, great idea. Yeah,
we had a great question from and I love this Instagram handle at 2 feet 8 paws, and their question was, what are the main differences between Keeper's Mix Original and the new Keeper's Mix Sensitive?
Right, this is a perfect question I wanted to answer, and I can see some other people have popped up questions about it as well, so hopefully this will answer it. Okay, so this is my brief rundown. So Keeper's Mix Original, which looks like this, and loads of you will know it. So this contains 8 herbs, all for different parts of the body. Brilliant all-rounder. It is quite a strong smell because it is it's got some of the herbs in it are on like the more pungent side. So the rosemary, the celery seed. So it does make it a bit stronger. So some dogs do find it, they don't like the taste of it as much. Now, what we wanted to do is produce a slightly milder version, which is better for sensitive palates and sensitive tummies, perfect for puppies, and perfect for like perhaps older dogs, geriatrics, or those recovering from ops and things. So the difference is there's 8 herbs in here. The 3 we've taken out are celery seed, because it's very strong, and that is more for joints, so for kind of older dogs. We've taken out the wild yam root, which is quite a slightly bitter taste, so some of them I'm not so keen, and rosemary, because some dogs can be very sensitive to rosemary, especially epileptic animals as well, because it has got those really strong essential oils in it. And we've replaced those with 2 brilliant herbs, marshmallow root. Now marshmallow is so lovely. It's quite a sweet taste, quite mild, and it's great for digestive issues. It's got quite a high mucilage content, a bit like slippery elm. And so it's just really very soothing for the whole digestion, the whole tract, if you like. And the other one is chamomile, German chamomile, and that is just that whole body balance. Chamomiles, we know, a cup of chamomile tea in the evenings is nice and relaxing. So it's not designed in the same way as Skullcap and Valerian as a treatment to anxiety, but it is very balancing as a whole. So great for puppies. Like I said, those that are a bit more sensitive. It's a bit milder in taste. It smells a bit like, I said to Sarah, it smells a bit like a summer evening with the kind of lovely herby kind of chamomile. And we've had wonderful feedback. That's what the pot looks like.
Brilliant.
Great feedback on those dogs that have been a bit fussier with the normal one. This has been really good. I will say a question we've been asked a little bit is, if I've been given keeper sticks and slippery elm, should I just give that? If you are giving tree barks powder because your dog has a digestive issue, this will not replace it, because that product is really entirely for a digestive issue. This is just much more suitable if they do have some sensitivities. So I would move over to the Keeper's Mix Sensitive if your dog's got digestive issues. Keep the slippery elm, the tree barks powder, which contains slippery elm, sorry. Keep going with the tree barks powder. You might find you could give slightly less of it, but definitely it's not a replacement for tree barks powder. So hopefully that covers the main differences for you.
Fantastic. That's really detailed.
And someone has just said, will you be doing the Keeper's Mix Sensitive in a 3 kilo tub? Which is something I was just saying. We are going to do it. We wanted to see how well it's received, but the response has been amazing since it's been launched. So we've already arranged for the new labelling, and so it will be in a 3 kilo tub in, not quite yet, but in a few weeks' time, hopefully.
Brilliant. Oh, I think we've got a bit of echo going on there, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
We might be able to do that. Don't worry.
There we go.
That's better.
Yeah.
No, I can still hear it. Don't worry. We had some more, didn't we? Which was that Tony Tess.
I'll pop the question up. There it is.
Brilliant. Is it possible for dogs to have a negative reaction to supplements? How do I know they're 100% safe? And it's quite an interesting question, isn't it? With particularly people are unsure about, they haven't tried herbal pet care before, but what's your thoughts in relation to that question?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. And really the answer is same as anything else. Anyone can have a reaction to anything. So nothing is 100% safe. And any company or any product that ever says they're 100% safe, it's just, you can't say that. Any medicine, anything, or food, any dog can suit 1,000 dogs, and then one dog it just doesn't suit, because anyone can be sensitive to anything. So we would never say it's 100% safe. So yes, it is possible for a dog to have a negative reaction, and normally that's just literally an intolerance to an ingredient in it. And sometimes you can pinpoint what that ingredient is. the best thing always to do is obviously using a company that you know and making sure the herbs come from good quality sources, they're tested for contaminants. That way, you know it's not contaminated or anything like that. The only reason it might have a reaction is they purely have a sensitivity. So, like I say, which can happen with anything, but they are very, very rare. Well, whenever I say that, then in guarantee there's one dog that will have it, but it is really, really rare. Our products are sold really widely. A lot of dogs use them, and it's literally a one in a, I don't know, very, very, very small percentage that ever would have a reaction. But yeah, that's kind of a honest answer, that nothing's 100% safe, but they really do have very few side effects. So
definitely. And I think the other thing as well, to remind people that Dorwest is a company who've been operating for over 70 years, so so many happy customers, lots of testimonials are available. So yeah,
that's right. And a lot of people use products for all their dogs' lives, and dogs, some of our customers have been with us 50 years and they've always kept all their dogs on there as well. So I just saw a quick question just pop up about Skullcap and Valerian. So
hi there. So we've got Dominique Kotsias. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Dominique. So you asked, I use Skullcap and Valerian tablets daily for my nervous dog and it helps. I don't want to take her off it. Is that okay?
Absolutely. No, that's fine. They are perfect for short-term or long-term use. I mean, we always say give it for at least 3 weeks, but a lot of dogs are actually on it for ongoing reasons. If it's a dog, say, from a rescue background or with just very kind of natural anxiety, and they just takes the edge off them to keep them, that's perfectly safe. As long as you're in the recommended dose, there has never been any long-term side effects reported to us for that. And that, again, that's been produced for 60 years, that formulation. So lots of great data. But yeah, that's fine, Dominique.
Yeah, brilliant. And Dominique, you will be receiving the Keeper's Mix Sensitive as well, just because we've answered your question during the
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying yes, she's a rescue. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, really common. I mean, some people do find that after using the Skullcap and Valerian for a period of time, because the dog just reduces they know there's less to worry about, they feel less anxious, and actually they can reduce the dose and come off them completely. But some dogs just need that bit of support, ongoing, and either's fine. But there's nothing to worry about if you do need to keep going on for a long term. That's fine.
That's brilliant. Oh, that's good to know. Good old Skullcap and Valerian. It helps. That's a great thing. It helps. It's not just sort of fireworks season. It can be for so many different things. So, which is great.
Exactly.
Do you want to do any other questions?
Lots of good questions coming in, and trying to spot them as they all come in. So I want to make sure we get to them. I just want to. There's one from Frank that's just popped up as well about Keeper's Mix Sensitive. So my bitch has loose stools. Would you combine Keeper's Mix Sensitive with another Dorwest supplement product? Okay. So if you're wanting to use something to help firm up the stools, you would be looking at using tree bark powder. That is the product that will help with that. If you're want to give Keeper's Mix as a because you'll give that daily just for natural health, then move over to the sensitive, because that's more suitable for more sensitive digestions. But actually for helping with the loose stools, be using the tree barks powder, and you can give that daily if that's something that's recurs with her, or you can just give it as and when if they're just eating something a bit dodgy and they've just got a bit of a runny tummy. So either way. But if you were just going to use it as and when, and you're using Keeper's Mix, go on to Keeper's Mix Sensitive. It's a good idea because it is just a bit more suitable.
Brilliant. And obviously, Frank, you will receive the Keeper's Mix Sensitive, so you can give it a go and see how it works for your girl. And thank you for your question, Frank. That's great. Where are we here? There was there was a nice comment from Helen Freeman there saying how she's used the clean and fresh shampoo on their bitch, and after 24 hours, no issues with being harsh coated. I wish you were doing a human one.
Oh, Helen.
I know, and they smell so good as well. I still remember doing the reveal of the shampoos in our live, and
I love that minty one because it's the one with lemongrass and black peppermint, and that's really lovely. but that's good because I know Helen's got border terriers, and so obviously they don't want the border terrier coat to go very soft. So it's great that it's still maintained that, and also they are very soothing. So I'm glad it's helped a little bit with their scratching too, Helen. That's great.
Oh, that's lovely feedback. Thank you for sharing that, Helen. That's lovely. Jo, should we go on to another
yes,
one that we did? So this was from Laura Andrew _1 from Instagram. So Laura says, my dog is prone to urine infections, been to the vets, but looking for a natural remedy. So quite a few dogs suffer with urine infections, don't they? So what can they do? How can they be supported with herbal pet care?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you do get caught in that cycle, you know, going back on antibiotics, and obviously want to kind of prevent that rather than going down the treatment route. It's definitely 2 products I'd recommend for that, Laura. The first one would be green relief tablets. Now they are green leaf herbs in it, which are really good for keeping the flow through the kidneys and the urine and maintaining the pH balance of the urine, which can be really important because that can lead to issues. So I would do that to keep that healthy urine flow. And then garlic and fenugreek tablets also, because those are licensed for minor infections. So given on a daily basis, they can really help prevent infections starting, those sort of minor ones. I'm not talking about serious infections. That's the case you go to the vet. But given on a daily basis, they can kind of boost the immune system and help prevent them. Obviously, if she does get an infection, like I said, go to the vets and get antibiotics. But giving those on a daily basis, hopefully you can try and help break that cycle. So we're not getting into the fact that she gets another infection to go to the vet. So give them on a daily dose. There's a treatment or a maintenance. Probably start on the maintenance, see how she gets on. You can always go up to a treatment if you need to. But yeah, those 2 definitely worth. It's green relief tablets and garlic and fenugreek tablets.
Brilliant. And they're such a great duo, aren't they? They work really well together.
They're brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Green relief's just perfect for so many things. I mean, I call it a bit of my old dog tablet because it's great for the urine system. It's great for the skin and it's great for joints. All those herbs are so good for all of those. I just think that's just what you need. Elder dogs all benefit from that sort of thing. In fact, my elderly one is she's quite old and she's a bit struggling through the night having a wee, and I've put her on those now and daily, and we're about 10 days in. Actually, she's getting through the night again because she's emptying her bladder properly. It's helping that urine flow before bedtime, and she gets through the night again now. So see, I'm in the same boat. There's some of these questions coming through as well. You know, these things pop up, but yeah, they are really, really good.
Oh no, that's brilliant. Yeah, perfect duo, super duo to work together. So I love that. Got a few. Frank saying thank you, ladies. She's been suffering from loose stools daily for a couple of weeks. Happened all of a sudden, despite no change in her diet. Appreciate your valued advice. Thank you. Well, you're very welcome, Frank.
That's right. Yeah. So Frank, I would definitely get the tree bark powder if you don't have it already. Give her that daily. Get it under control. You have the rest in the cupboard if she has another bout, and then I would give her the Keeper's Mix Sensitive, and that might just keep her kind of ticking over. And you've got the tree bark to use if she has another kind of bout of the same. So fingers crossed that will help.
Great. And Laura says thank you so much, so helpful, brilliant. I'm so glad you've tuned in, Laura. That's brilliant.
That's great when they're actually here.
Love that. Always really good. Always really good.
So I was going to say, Sarah, that because we launched Keeper's Mix Sensitive last week, so really exciting and been really well received. Anyone that's using it, do let us know as well how you get on. We have had an offer on that, which ends tonight.
Tonight at midnight.
But because we got a new offer starting tomorrow for 4 days, I want to tell you about, because obviously you're all on us and I hate you to miss out, but I've now got 25% off everything. I think only one exclusion, which is the Omega Star multi-dye deal. Everything else, every product is 25% off. I'm going to quickly pop up the code at the bottom. It's because this time we'd normally be at Crufts and we love so sad. we all miss seeing everyone
Cool.
and chatting. So we thought we'd do a nice offer to make up for us all that are kind of missing our little crufts fix. Really.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've got to have something to sort of commemorate it almost, haven't you? So this is a nice way to do it. So,
and they normally people often come and see us at Crufts and stock up and ask for advice. So so the code is no crufts 25. Yeah, I know, sad, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And it is active from now until Sunday night. Free postage over £50 as well. But you still get your Keepers Mix Sensitive, your 25% off, or anything else as well. So make sure you don't do those offers off everything very often. So it's a special one.
Yeah, it's a very special one, absolutely. So I have a Superfly Border Collie saying, still have my Dorwest spoon from Crufts last year.
Everyone's saying I miss Crufts. I know. It's so strange seeing all your memories pop up on Facebook at the moment with all the dogs we normally meet, and I just fingers crossed for July, and we might be able to go ahead safely and see everyone. We were lucky to get last year, weren't we? So we're really, really lucky to go last year. So
got to hold on to that, haven't we? Some good times coming, and
exactly.
Heather Fleming saying perfect excuse to order a few goodies. Absolutely, I think it's always in need of a good excuse. There's a perfect one for you. Anyone just joining? We've got about 10 minutes left. We're answering any questions about herbal pet care. You've got Joe Boughton White here, who's the managing director of Dorwest, ready to answer your questions. And if your question is answered during the live, you will receive the new Keepers Mix Sensitive, which was released last week. So very exciting. Joe, we had one more in advance though. Do you want to do that one now? Unless there's any others that.
Oh, we had yes, there we go. There's one. I just popped it up.
So we had at Adventures with Miso. We weren't too sure how to pronounce, were we, before? What is the most popular product at Dorwest, and do you use it with your own pets?
Right, I love this question. I thought it'd be quite fun to try and answer, but what is the most popular product? I think, right, to start off with, if you saw my cupboard, my dog cupboard, it is like a Dorwest dispatch department.
It's like being at Crufts, is it, Joe? Like the Dorwest stand in your cupboard there. Yeah,
it really is. When I might have to do a list for my dog sitter whenever they come to stay, I'm like, mainly because especially I've got 5 dogs and they do range from 1-year-old to 14 years old, so they've all got really different needs. So I do use everything pretty much on my dogs. The most popular, I was thinking, we're thinking about our blogs. We have loads of information on our blogs. If you ever want a good read about something or a bit more in depth, it's all on there. And
we did one live, didn't we? I think just before the like the roundup of last year of the top 5 products. It's quite interesting to have a look, isn't it?
Yeah, there's loads of great articles on there, and we update content all the time. So if you've got some spare time to do a bit of reading, pop on there. I mean, our turmeric blog on there is so popular. Turmeric tablets is one of our most popular ones, and it's got the black pepper in it, and it's amazing quality extract. It's been traced all the way from field to being put in the tablet, so which is really important. And I use that on my elderly girl. And it's incredible. And she was basically the trial dog as well. She had it for anyone else. And then when I ran out, I knew I'd run out. She definitely got a lot more stiff. She's got an old leg injury anyway. So turmeric, other popular products. Skullcap and Valerian is definitely one of the most popular. It's got so many uses, and I love seeing what difference it makes to dogs and their owners as well, because there's nothing more stressful for the dog and for the owner is having a dog that is worried, anxious. So it can really make a massive change. So that's a hugely popular one. And then our everyday products that, for more feeders or any just want to keep their dog in every, good condition and prevent things. And that's our Keepers Mix. And now really Keepers Mix Sensitive. And I have to say, I adore the new Keepers Mix Sensitive. It is really, really fab. That's it. And that's proven to be really popular. And I think the Keepers Mix ones are because people are really thinking about preventing issues with their dogs and keeping them healthy, as just perhaps in the past people would be more like, well, I'll just, you know, wait until they get ill and then I'll do something about it. Whereas now people are much more conscious about what they're putting into their pet, what they're feeding them, what they're supplementing. I mean, I have to say, some of the dinners and stuff, I think I see on Instagram, we get tagged on just,
oh, amazing.
My food for shame. It's just incredible, you know. I've got a lot of lucky pets, I think.
Very lucky. And like I think we've mentioned in previous lives, and like you just said there, about prevention is always the way to go, isn't it? To sort of try and get on top of things before they become a problem can be a great way to go. Yeah,
as far as you can, like we do with ourselves, isn't it? Oh God, I see loads of questions popping up there. I'm just trying to see. Someone, Jordana Reed, about Skullcap and Valerian, I think, and Valerian drops or compound.
Oh, I can't see that one.
Jordana Reed, how often can you use the Valerian drops, so the Valerian compound, and can they be used alongside the Skullcap and Valerian? So they work in very similar ways, but the Valerian compound is much quicker at acting, and it doesn't last as long. So we normally recommend that for more one-off occasions. Okay. And the Skullcap and Valerian really does give better coverage. So that's more to be used daily as a course. Yeah. They can be used together. We recommend that lots, especially over fireworks, as almost like a top up if something gets really stressful. So you can use the Valerian. How often can you use it? You can use the drops daily, but if you're using them daily, I would move to the tablets and then just top up with the Valerian compound as and when you can. And that a daily dose of that would be fine to use with the tablets as well. There'd be no problems with that.
Brilliant. So thank you, Jordana Reed, for your question there. You will be receiving some of the Keeper's Mix Sensitive on its way to you. So try that as well as the Skullcap and Valerian. Brilliant. Any others, Jo? We've got one other question which we had in advance, didn't we? I think.
Yeah, just reading through. Oh, there's so many good ones. I'm trying to get through. We will go through them all afterwards and pop in the answer, because we can't. Sometimes it's hard to see them all popping up when people are asking lots of questions as well.
They will be answered afterwards. So if not tonight, someone from the amazing Dorwest team will be coming back to you. So don't worry.
There's a couple of questions about mites or fleas and ticks. You're not allowed to sell any products for fleas unless they're licensed flea control. I'll say that now. Garlic and fenugreek given daily is great. External parasites just don't seem to like it, so it's not a flea treatment, and I'm not saying it is. Given daily, external and internal parasites, I definitely seem to see less infestations in areas, you know, when you get those harvest mites between their paws. Our terriers used to get them in the summer months. You definitely give garlic and fenugreek daily, and you will find that's the best thing. They just don't like the taste or smell of garlic, so it really does seem to.
I can just imagine them ready to tuck into the dog. Like, no, garlic. I don't like garlic.
Yeah, so definitely the garlic and fenugreek. I would definitely go down that road. I give garlic and fenugreek to mine daily and have done since they're 8 weeks of age. Perfectly safe at the recommended dose. Never had any issues, and get very, if any, fleas or anything like that as well. So, yeah.
Brilliant, which is really, really good. So garlic and fenugreek to the rescue. So that was Sophie Carmel. So thank you, Sophie, for your question there. Jo, I think we have one more in advance.
Yeah, we're nearly there.
We'll be quick. What's the health benefit of kelp? That was from Daxon's UK.
Kelp seaweed.
What's the
loads of different species of kelp and things, you know. One kelp's not the same as another kelp, so do be careful of different ones. There's lots of different types. Our kelp seaweed powder is Fucus fasciculosis. It's a deep sea variety. Deep sea varieties are great because they are less likely to be contaminated with pollution. And kelp does stuck up contaminants, so you do have to be careful. If the kelp is harvested right by the side in a polluted area, and it's not tested, there could be issues. But kelp is brilliant. It's very rich, very, very rich. So sometimes we say with coated breed, be careful in hot climates with it, because it is literally, can make a bit itchy. It's such a rich nutrient supply.
Amazing.
It basically contains loads of trace minerals. It's very rich in iron and iodine, which is why people often recommend it for pigmentation and strong coat. It grows a strong coat without making it a soft coat. So for harsher coats, so wire coated and things, it's great if you don't want to go soft. Whereas something like our Omega Star, or if you're looking at an oil, that will have more of a slight softening as well to it. So kelp seaweed for a good thick coat. For minerals, if you feel like they might be missing something from their diet. Pigmentation, it's wonderful for. I tend to feed it if I think, if you're losing a bit of colour in the nose, or they've gone very thin coated, I'll use that over the winter. Do use it sparsely over the summer, because it can make them a little bit hot. That's the only thing. But a pure kelp seaweed, finely powdered, like ours is, smells amazing. It smells like wow. And it's ours is all tested. Comes with like certificates and everything, so it is really great to use. And just sprinkle it on the food and pop it in.
Sprinkle on, get up all that lovely goodness. We're just over our half an hour, so I mean, gosh, that half an hour's flown by as always. If your question hasn't been answered, don't worry. Someone from the team will be coming back to you in the next couple of days. Jo, lovely to see you as always.
Yes,
and everyone, remember that you got the 25% off code. No 25. Get in there and go and treat yourself, treat your pet. Ends on Sunday, I think you said, Jo, didn't you?
Yeah, right up until Sunday night, and everything is dispatched first class Royal Mail now, comes within 48 hours as well, and it's on our new product as well, so the keep us sensitive. And what else was I going to say? And I believe everybody will get a Scent and Shine shampoo sample as well that orders over the next 4 days as well. So that's another little benefit.
Let's get trying, giving it a go. And thank you so much for joining us, giving us all your questions. We'll be back with another live very soon. Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.